right, everybody, let's go ahead and take a look at all the brand new stuff that's inside of here. Stuff you guys have never seen before. All right, so first of all, let's start off with the basic blocks. We got the cone. I gotta make these white so that you guys are able to see them a little better. There we go. So we got some new basic shapes, like the cone, the pyramid, capsule top. So it's like a cylinder that's also flat on the bottom, which is pretty cool. So that's set up right there. Truss. Oh, these let you climb. Can you scale these? No, you can't scale them. So you do have to place them one at a time, but I think you can, yeah, you can climb up these. Oh, that's cool. So you just go up these like this, and boom, you can climb up. That's really nice. Also, they have some settings icons on them. What do these do? Supports type alternating bridge. What does bridge do? I'm not, oh, it changes how exactly they look. I see now. Yep, I see. And then what else do they have? Stud block. Oh, a stud block. What does it do? Surface type, universal? Oh, okay, so it's similar to the texture block in a way, except it has like these preset ones. And then door frame. Oh, so if you want to make a door frame without having to actually have a door there, that's pretty cool. Click the wrench icon in the menu. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, this. What's up with this one? Build mode configuration, manage gears. Manage your gears. Oh, we can use gears? Wait a minute. No way, we could use gears? I can put gears inside of my game via the IDs? Whoa, wait a minute. Here, let me put in the link sword. Yeah, there it is, the link sword. So it automatically recognizes it. Okay, well, I have that set up in there. Where do I find the gears? Yeah, wait, where do I find the gears? Manage gears, environmental variables. Oh, you can change the gravity, so how long you stay in midair and how quickly you fall. Wind speeds, you can change the wind. Oh, that's really cool. You can change like every aspect of this. Set the terrain color. I think that'll be for like a terrain block or something like that we'll check out in a bit here. Gears are in item spawn blocks. Oh, I see. Okay. We'll get to that one. We'll get to that one. All right, so these are all the basic blocks here. These look really great. These are really cool. When I try and press the button on my keyboard right to the left of the one button, it won't let me hide this. So this is kind of stuck on my screen. If that ended up getting fixed, it would be a lot nicer. But yeah, you can see with stuff like the cone, new basic block. I always wanted the cone because you can make spikes and stuff like this, or stalactites. Same with the pyramid as well. You can do that. What happens if you scale this? Okay, so you can't scale that one. And then you can scale this, and it'll duplicate the texture, which is really nice. Can you scale? No, obviously you can't scale that. So these are the basic blocks. Those look real well and good. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the next section here. What lies inside of the item section? So let's take a look and see item function. What exactly does item function do? First, let's look at some other ones here. So this was an idea I literally gave in the last stream, and I think in order to show this, I need to show off both parts. Chad, do you remember how I said it would be interesting if you could have an infinite amount of keys instead of just like red, orange, blue, purple, and then that's it? Well, guess what? Guess what? Dang, I can't see with this door in my face. There we go. See? White key, white door. We just go ahead and change the color to blue, and then we just simply paint it. And look at that. Now the key is this color, and the key lock is this color. And this key will only be able to open up this door. So you can make it any singular color you want. And you have so many options to choose from here. Like, is that nice or what? That's just like such a nice fix to this. Spear, thank you for the donut, for the member message. We need the REC3 block spawns REC3 that gives everyone 50 plus gears and admin commands and spawns a flying gorilla. I don't even think there's a gorilla gear inside of, on Roblox, which is kind of surprising. Alright, but yeah, this would be great for a lot of people. I mean, there's not really much more else I can say about that besides it's just a way better upgraded feature. Colorable wire. So similarly, to the keys, you can add a wire and color it. So, for example, if I go over to, where's the wire receiver? Oh, there it is, the electrical box. Yeah, there it is. So there's the electrical box. Specific colors required, and then you can actually input which colors you want. The only tricky thing is that you would have to put in the color ID here, and oh, you can put in the hex color here too. So see, I could copy this color that I currently have, and it has its own color wheel too, and I could put it inside of here. So now it will officially recognize this wire as being able to go inside of this electrical box. And to show you that, I'll show you right now. So as you can see, just that simply, we can grab this brown wire, take this, put it into here, and it actually shows the preview color for it too. And then when we bring it into here, there it is. We got it. And there's the wire. Like, it's so much nicer. It is so much nicer. It's crazy. All right, so we're back in here now. Also, something else that I like is, actually here, we'll move on to the next part here. Yeah, same thing. Colored key card. You can do the exact same thing. And then also, I'm not sure what fries do. I have no clue what those do. Maybe it's a very specific thing. But let's look at something else here. A flashlight. Have you ever wanted to have a flashlight in your map but didn't like first person mode? AKA breakout mode? Well, guess what? You should be able to have the freedom to use the flashlight without being stuck in first person mode. You take the flashlight and boom. You can click it on and off just like that. Yeah, there you go. It's that simple. There actually might be an even better version of a flashlight that I'll show you guys right now. It's a gear that I ended up discovering on Roblox, and it has one unique feature about it. Let me just go ahead into my handy dandy gears manager here. We're gonna add in the new flashlight. There we go. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to links, and we're gonna go over to the item spawn block. Let me see, item spawn block. Here it is. And there we go. And if we look inside of here, you can give items colors too. So, something that's always a problem, right? Something that's always a problem inside of build mode, like at least for custom NPCs and the NPC spawn block, is the fact that you can't spawn custom NPCs. You can't add in IDs into here. But if you wanted to spawn in a certain color, with this now you can, because you can choose specifically which color it's going to spawn. Perfect. One at a time. We can go into here. Item colorable key. Does it? Oh yeah, see? So the gears ended up getting added into the item list here automatically. So we're gonna go with Larry's Night Guard flashlight. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and place down a button like that. Oh, it's so much nicer that I can just search things up immediately. It's so good. I'm just gonna keep the button upside down for now, or facing sideways for now. We're gonna link this up to the item block, and then I want to take the items, the player spawn, and move it directly over to here. All right, everybody, ready to see this? Also, I should probably put ourselves into darkness. Shadow block, there it is. I was wondering where it was. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna move it all the way up, move this over here like that, and then look, we got ourselves total darkness here. The only issue is that I might not be able to find the flashlight, so let me at least do that. There we go. So now when we go and start the game, and we're in here now, we can go ahead and click on this, and we got our flashlight item. So this is a different looking flashlight here, and the reason why it's unique is because, as you can see, wherever my mouse goes, it automatically shines the flashlight in that area. So I mean, if you're not going to be in breakout mode anyways, and you're going to take advantage of third person, why not be able to use your mouse to move around the flashlight? Obviously on mobile, I don't know how exactly this would work unless you held down your finger on the screen and moved around, but then that would just probably move your camera as well. So hey, maybe this regular flashlight is the better version. But yeah, something that I found to be interesting about this is that you can use your mouse to move the flashlight around, which is pretty cool. What's the gear ID? I will give you the gear ID. The gear ID is, there it is. That's the gear ID. But yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and look at the next one here. It shouldn't have been just the circle effect, flashlight, and breakout. Yeah, it is client-sided, which is pretty interesting. But it would be more interesting if you could just choose, you know. Also, something else that would be interesting is like a flashlight detector. Like if the game detects that you have a flashlight and you shine your flashlight on and off, different things will happen. So like a basic example, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. If you want to flash Foxy, it'll send a signal and, you know, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's take a look and see what the next block is here. What do we got here? So we got all these into lights. So you guys already know about the actual light block itself. Configured. Let me see, configured. Does it have like new settings inside of it or something? Yeah, it does. You can even choose to cast shadows as well, which is great. Yeah, it makes things a lot more dynamic looking per se. Surface light, you can see here it actually casts the light on a surface. Look at that. So it casts, instead of it casting light all around itself in a sphere, it will cast it in a very specific direction here. Yeah, I've always talked about like, man, it would be great if you had like a spotlight block, you know? And wouldn't you know it, we got something like that right here. So look, we got a spotlight. So it's shining the light directly down in this circular area, which is great. Let me see. Let me see. How do you get the decal block? You gotta have been playing Piggy for a year. Mounted light, torch. It's got all the same kind of light stuff like that. All those working in, well, great. All right, let's take a look at some decorations now. You guys have always gone crazy about the decorations. Let's take a look at these here. I remember when I first made, back in 2020, when I first made like this archaic looking Five Nights at Freddy's 2 map, and I had to use a bunch of like blocks and fences to make balloons. Well, look at this. You got like an actual balloon here. You should try customizing a light. Let me see. Where is... I'll customize the surface light, because this one's the only one I can more easily see right in front of me. Oh, there we go. Okay, let me take a look and see. Is there anything else I can customize about this? Brightness, range. So what happens if I increase the range to like 20? What's that gonna do? I don't think it did anything. Wait, maybe if I do 1? Oh, so it decreases the actual like length of the light. So what happens if I do, okay, so the max is 60 and it just goes forward in a very wide direction. I think it would probably be easier to see if I just turn this base plate black. Let me try that. Neon. Oh, never mind. It doesn't reflect, it doesn't reflect the light. Never mind. Or maybe it would if I just, yeah, there we go. No, it reflects the sunlight too. You know what? Whatever. I'll just go with the I'll just go with the grass. I will just go with the grass. Let me go ahead and do that. There we go. So yeah, you can increase the length. You can go over to the brightness. So if I want to make this super bright, oh my god, those are like some headlights right there. Imagine adding this onto like a car decoration or something. You know, you can choose the color. So maybe if I want to, oh, and the color wheel pops up directly next to it. So I can easily just sit here and say, hey, I want to try this, and boom, there it is. Nice and easy. You can change the angle. So what if we do this? So maybe if we do, maybe we do an angle of 2. Oh, so it decreases the actual, yeah, the light angle. So you can have a light be directly straight forward like this if you really wanted to, which is really cool. Or you can make it very wide. Look how much wider this is. So that makes things a lot nicer too. And also you can make it cast shadows. So as you can see, it actually shows the shadows behind the light, which I think it makes it look even better. Yeah, that's really cool. That is really, really cool. Ernie, tell him to publish the custom animations, please. That's up to him. I don't know if he's like done with it or I don't know. Yeah, I have no clue. It's probably still a work in progress. He says, LOL, maybe today. I didn't think you were that close to being done with it already. Dang, you got like that epic tank speed. That's crazy. Alright, so other than that, I think the spotlight works the same. Let me see. Yeah, the spotlight, I believe, should work the same. And then we're going to move on to decorations. What kind of decorations do we got? I guess we're going to find out. Brightness, we're going to increase this so I can actually see. Where is it? Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. Oh, maybe I need to increase the range. That's why. So we're going to increase the brightness. Okay. 0.1? No. Wait, 1? Wait, what happens to the light whenever I change it? Range? Okay, there. Now I can see it. And then if I increase the number, there we go. So the range was just too low. And then look, we can click on this. set it to whatever we want, change the angle to, maybe we'll change the angle to 1. So it creates like a pinpoint light, which is kind of interesting. You can see it there on the floor. And then what if we increase that range to 10? What is that gonna do? So yeah, you can have like these little spots here too. It's so nice that you can just easily customize it, you know? And then if we go and make it 100 and enable shadows, yeah, there we go. Shadows are enabled. Let me see. What about a multi-lock door? Maybe it'll have it. We're about to find out right now. So we're gonna move on to the decorations now. So let's take a look and see. So first is the balloon. You can change it to whatever color you want. I don't think it supports textures though, so that's the only thing. But then again, it's a plastic balloon. That would make sense. Cake slice. Whoa. It's a slice of cake. I assume you can, it supports whenever you do this. And then you can just angle it like that. For the cake slice, there's a secret badge. Let me guess. Am I close to getting the secret badge for it? Because I have a feeling that what I'm doing right now is probably accurate to what I should be doing. It looks like I can't rotate this. I can only ever rotate it to the left or rotate it to the right. But thanks to the snapping feature, if I set this to 1 and then I rotate, it lets me rotate it specifically how I want. And same goes for the move tool too. So if I just take the move tool, oh no, I can only move it from this way to this way. But if I hold down Control D, oh wait, no, which one do I do? Grid divider? Is there an advanced move tool on this one or not yet? Yeah, I have no clue if there's an advanced move tool on this one yet, or if there isn't. Rotating, yeah, snap rotating. Set the grid divider to a higher number. Oh, I see, 100? Let's see. So now, I can move it anywhere I want in any specific thing. No longer do you have to sit there and do a whole bunch of like 16 monitors and 15 basketball cages in order to move something to a specific spot, right? You can have it be wherever you want. And if you want to make multiple things look uniform, you can sit there and just, you know, you can use the grid divider to have it be accurate. So other blocks you place will be in that exact same scaling frame. All right, so we're gonna take this. We're gonna rotate this like that. So I assume when I'm supposed to, in order to get the badge, I'm doing this correctly? Because I would imagine that this is what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to just put the cake into its whole formation like this. Let me see, let me do that. And then for this one, I recommend rotating snaps to 45 and grid snaps to 1. Okay. There we go. Because the code is precise. Oh, okay. I figured that was the case. So I was like, I don't know how accurate it would want me to do it. So grid snap to 45. Yeah. Grid snap to 45. And then the, wait. Rotate snap to 45 and grid snap to 1. Okay, so we'll have that to 1, and then grid snap to 45. Yeah, so it would rotate at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So I'll put this here, I'll take the rotating, and rotate 45, and then now all I have to do is just move this, and there we go. So now all I had to do is just take this, and move it directly into here. Alright, so let me move this here. I don't know if it's gonna fit. Unless maybe I gotta rotate it? Yeah, maybe I have to rotate it. Let me see. Maybe I can just use the move tool to rotate it? No. No, it will not let me. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna like, maybe I gotta move it directly over one more time? Let me see. Right here, and then it feels like it's just barely about to reach where it's supposed to go. I have no clue. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, wait, set the grid snap to 4? Okay, let me see. All right. Oh, wait. The rotating snap to 4 or the grid snap to 4? Click using local space? What is that? What is local space? Oh, Control L? What did that just do? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I almost got it. I almost got it. Grid divider 1? I can't get it directly into place. This is going to take a lot more learning that I'm going to have to do in order to actually get this to work properly here. Maybe I'll try it a bit later. Maybe I'll try it a bit later. I mean, that's definitely badge worthy though, in order to figure that out. Okay, alright, so let's take a look at the next things here. So we got the well, show buckets, or I mean, show bucket. Oh, wait, is this to enable it to be an event? Yeah, there's the bucket right there. So I guess you can actually toggle it between having this be, you know, having the bucket be all the way down there, or having the bucket be all the way up here. That could be interesting. It would be interesting if you could power it and then it would just, you know, spawn an item at the same time, you know. Would be pretty cool. But let's take a look at some other decorations. Most of these are already inside the game, which is pretty cool. Pretty nice. Let's move on to NPCs though. What kind of NPCs do we got inside of here? Let's take a look and see. Ernie, I didn't know you were a Melanie fan. My sister gave that to me. I'm not familiar. My sister just gave that to me because she said she was she thought that it would fit the back of my shelf because it has like a bunch of like odd looking things, you know. So yeah, so I decided to put that up. Okay, let me see. Hostile NPC spawner. So let's take a look at the first block that we have set up here. Ooh, very devious looking. So you can set it as being Piggy, Curly, or any kind of other bot. It's pretty interesting that you can actually see the bots on here as well. I think you can do that in the original version as well. Still pretty cool. We can set that to Piggy. Delay time. So you can actually set how long until Piggy ends up spawning for. I think in default build mode, you should just be able to go to the setting, into the game settings, and choose that number, like that exact setting. You can choose exactly how long until Piggy spawns for. You could set it to like 1 second and they'll spawn immediately, or you can set it to a longer period of time. It should just be in the game like that, you know? Patrolling, so you can set it the bot to be in patrol mode as well, which is pretty nice. Now, tell me about these other ones. Friendly NPC spawn block. So it's pretty nice that it keeps them all contained inside of one thing here. So Curly, you can choose between a bunch of different friendly NPCs. Let's try Felix, for example. And you need to give him the French fry item in order to get him to go after Piggy. And the delay time as well is also set up in place. Hostile NPC spawn link. So is that the same thing? What does the spawn link version do? Spawn limit? Oh, so this one acts like a normal spawn block where you can just spawn in a bunch of different things. Okay. Like soldier piggies and whatnot. And then if you go in here, you can actually choose which one. You can choose between all these different things here, which is pretty cool. And then if you go inside the friendly NPC spawn link, you can do basically the same exact thing. And then finally for the idle NPC spawn link, I think this is for stuff like soldier piggies and stuff like that. So you can set them to friendly mode and all that kind of stuff. You can have them anchored in place, which is nice too. So if you just want to have an NPC that stands there, you know, maybe you want to give them a chat dialogue or whatever, you could definitely do that. And you can register them as infected as well. Custom characters add to that list of NPCs. Let me go ahead and place down a button and see if we can spawn them in. Let me go ahead and just click all these. So we can actually link up these here as well. So let's do that, because these ones are going to just spawn in as a bot. Do we have the French fry item? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a try then. Yep, let's give this a try. I also like the fact that they have support for shift block. I think in the game settings that should be enabled as a thing. Alright, so there's the helper NPC there. So he needs himself, Felix needs himself some French fries. So we're going to go over here, we're going to grab the French fries. We're going to go ahead and bring it directly over to him. And now he's going to wait until the bot spawns. And then once that happens, he'll go after him. So pretty cool. And then we got the Curly bot here as well, who's just chilling right here. He's just an idle NPC. And you can set him to anchor normally as well, so you can't push him around. And look at that, see? Knocked out. And I think what's really cool about this right here is the fact you can see how long Piggy is knocked out for. Because normally it's just a mystery. It announces at the very top of the screen saying, hey, Piggy's gone for 20 seconds. But then you don't actually have a legitimate countdown. So having the countdown on the very top like that is so much nicer. It is a lot nicer. Let me see. Come on, you did if this is your Felix model, you did a great job. Yeah, you did a great job. Okay, alright, so let's move on to events. Now, what kind of events do we got in this game? So, door. So we got the normal door here, but what else can we change about it? We could change the door type. So maybe we want to change it to heist. There we go, just like in a regular build mode. Door frame is visible, so you can actually remove the door frame if you really wanted to. That's really good. Yeah, because sometimes I don't like having this door frame be here. You could just get rid of it. All gone and good. It just removes it. So you have a normal looking door here, which is great. Really, really great. AJ, hello. I think a countdown would work. I think a countdown really would work too. So yeah, I really like that. I like that setting. Colorable door, we already talked about that one. Colorable safe, this one works the same exact way. You can just sit here and change the color of the lock, and then you change the key color, and boom, you can open it up just like that. Ooh, particle block. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? So you can actually change the different types of particles that you can use. So we can choose from fire, sparkles, smoke, and particles. This is my first ever block. I could have sworn I remember seeing this. So let's choose particles. You can change the size of them. So let's go ahead and change them to 10. The opacity, we're going to keep that at 100. The texture, we can change. Oh, you can actually change the texture. I never thought about that. You can change the speed, so maybe we'll have them go a bit faster. The rate at which they spawn. The lifetime is range. I'm not sure exactly what that is. The lifetime, how long each sparkle lasts for before it disappears. And the color. So let's go ahead and change the color to pink. And the angle as well. So let's go ahead and bring ourselves a lever. We're going to connect the lever to the... Oh, it works by default. It doesn't work by linking. It would be much better if you could have it work via links. Because then you can choose... Oh my god, I regret what I've just done. Oh my god, what is that? I think I went a little too crazy there on the sparkle block here. There is also a power particle block and links. Oh, good job thinking ahead. Very good, very good. Let me see. Use a power gate and a touch trigger. Link the power gate to the touch trigger. Wait, for what? Yeah, hold on. Let me go ahead and change that real quick. The angle. Let's make the angle go like this. The rate. We'll have the rate be like 5. And then we'll have the speed be like 5. So I think that'll tone it down a lot more. Let me see. Okay, see, that's so much better. That is a lot better. See, this is a normal block now. It just has normal particles now, which is great. Yeah, so much better. And I believe with the texture, you can actually change it. So instead of it actually being sparkles, you can change it into whatever image you want. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let's go ahead and try it real quick. So let me go ahead and change this color back over to white. Actually, I think it'll just be easier if I just delete this block and then replace it. Yep, I think that'll be much faster and much easier to do. So yeah, if we do that, I'm gonna just grab a random decal from the Roblox store. Let me just grab a random decal so we can have particles be our own custom textures. That's really cool. Let me go ahead and oh, perfect. Oh, this is perfect. For some reason, it won't let me grab the. Oh man, no, I guess that one will work. Let's try. Let us try. Dang, just give me one decal. Give me one decal I can work with here. I will use... Wow, I'm very indecisive. Okay, let's do baller. It won't let me grab any of the IDs. What the heck is happening here? Hopefully it supports it. Hopefully it works. Oh yeah, so when we change sparkles, it actually changes the rest of the IDs here. Wait, sparkle color? Wait, what? Oh, particles. Oh, okay, I was in the wrong one. Oh, wait, look at that. So if you click on this, it actually shows the decal menu, which is really nice. I can have it here set and ready to go for me. So boom, we'll do that. You know what? If that one works, I might as well just go with the one I was originally going to go with. Yeah, how about we do this one? Yeah, we just do this. There we go. All right, so then we go ahead and start the game. And... well, that didn't work out exactly like I thought it would, but it definitely did something. Yeah, it definitely did something. But yeah, you can have your own custom textures for these. It's looking real good. It's looking good. Give me 1 second real quick. Just gotta make sure all my Roblox stuff is closed here. Also... Oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, let's go this way. There we go. Alright, so, oh, also, something that's really nice about this right here is the fact that you can actually see the front of the spawn block. I cannot tell you how many times I've asked EpicTank for this feature, because, for the spawn block, for those who don't know, NPCs face a specific direction when they spawn in, depending on the block's rotation, right? So if you want an NPC to spawn in looking a certain direction, it would be so much nicer if you just had like a front label right here. But then I've literally asked EpicTank to add this so many times and he just didn't for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, look at this. It's really nice. Yeah, what's great about this game is there are not just the ideas themselves, but there are so many quality of life features built up together that it really makes such a huge difference, you know? Oh, the mall sign. So if you want to have an even larger sign here with larger text, you can customize it now. So you can go in here and say, hello, welcome to the game. Yeah, there we go. So you have a large sign. Really great. Looking pretty good. And then the kill block, the decal block, which is, you know, already in build mode. The seat block. Ooh, I didn't even know if this one was going to be possible inside of build mode, but have you ever wanted people to actually be able to sit inside of chairs? Well, the seat block would allow you to do that. So let's take a chair, and then we're going to go over to, where's the seat block? Where is the seat block that oh, it was right here. Yeah, so you can have them, see? You label it as front, so that way when people are sitting, they'll face the front just like that. And then we're going to move this block inside of there, and boom. Then we go and start the game. We go over to the seat block, directly over here. And then once you go in that, you sit directly down. That's great. I think it would be great if there was a setting where you can like customize the height. That way you can have the seats be more precise depending on whatever you have set up. Because I think for this, it's set up for like almost a full block. But look at that. You can actually sit down. That's great. That's pretty great. You can actually sit. So if you ever need to be contained in one specific place, you can. Let me take a look and see. Ernie, join Curly's Discord server. You can submit concepts there and make streams of what they would look like. In build mode, if they were added, it should be linked to the game or his YouTube channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I have a lot of great ideas. I have a lot of great ideas for build mode. I'm definitely... Oh, here. All right, so the game lighting block. Yep, we remember this one. You can even choose from color correction. Oh, you can have a blur effect? Depth of field? I assume this one is not linkable? Yeah, it should be in effect when the game starts, right? Let me see. Like a depth of field. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So everything stays sharp up front and everything in the background is blurry. Oh, that's trippy, dude. So maybe you'd be able to use that to enhance like a fog effect or all kinds of different things. There's a linkable counterpart as well. Awesome stuff. So yeah, having the linkable version is really, really nice. The terrain block. Ooh, I think I covered this one at some point. The terrain block. Chat, have you guys ever been in Roblox games and you saw the grass that like moves around, like the realistic grass? Have you ever wanted something like that in build mode? Well, let's take a look and see. So we're gonna take this, the terrain, we're gonna move it here, and then we start the game. And then now when the game starts, look at that. It makes the terrain. Whoa, look at that, see? It's realistic looking grass. No longer will you have to use the grass block or the grass block decorations. Look at that. You can have realistic terrain. But you're probably wondering, well, oh, maybe it only goes to be like, you know, very flat. There's not much I can do with a flat grassland, but what if you can? What if it works just like the water block, where if you fuse different ones together, you can end up making a lot more. So we're gonna take this. Maybe it'll fuse together. Let's find out. So we're gonna take the terrain block, move it up like this. So with these blocks, you can customize your own specific terrain. Look at this. So as you can see, the grass actually slopes upwards now and connects. See? And if it's too high up, it shows the side of the wall just like this. Like, is that cool or what? You can have your own customized terrain with this, and it just generates this in. Honestly, why can't this be something that exists inside of build mode? You know, because we have similar stuff with the water blocks, we should be able to do the same thing with the terrain blocks as well, right? That's really cool. Oh, and you can rotate it? Yeah, let me see what happens if I rotate it. Let me see. I'm gonna change this back to 90. And then we'll do this. Yeah, what happens if I just rotate this? Is it gonna like, oh yeah, there we go. So it makes like a cliff side. So you can even see underneath here. Yeah. You make like little ledges if you want. Yeah, that's really cool. It all still fuses together really nicely. This is definitely a block that I would really want inside of build mode. Like this is a no! My camera died! No! Oh no, my camera died! Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to... Oh man, no! Don't do this to me! Alright, I'm gonna have to let my camera cool down then. Yep, I'm gonna have to let my camera cool down. But don't worry, okay. But don't worry, I'm still here. We're gonna continue covering this. What other blocks lie inside of here? We're gonna find out right now. Okay, so the terrain block. That's awesome. That's really cool. The temple code. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. This is something that people have wanted inside build mode for a long time. You could customize your own temple codes. Can you set up the, how do you do this one? The temple code works with the temple wheel and links. So, if we go over to the link section, we're taking a little sneak peek here, little deviation. We can go over to the temple wheel, and there it is. Now, how do we customize this so the code matches? Because I assume we can go inside here, and then set up the code. Usable by infected, code is random. So if you do this, you can actually set up the code exactly how you want. Inner wheel, the top one will have it be the square. Circle plus. Okay, and then what happens if we hit confirm? Alright, so we have that there. How do we configure these though? That's the only thing. I think maybe these only work if it's randomized. So before we try anything else, let's go over to code is random and we'll try that and see. Also, what's really nice is that this doesn't link up to a door or anything like that. You know what it does? It's a linkable event. So when you solve this puzzle, you'll be able to link it up to whatever door you want, whatever block you want. It's super dynamic. All right, so we're gonna go over to play. All right, let's take a look and see. Oh yeah, look at that. So you can see it actually changes to adjust with the code. So we got the temple wheel. So the second row is a diamond, the top row is a plus, and the bottom row is a diamond. So let's go ahead and do this. And there it is. We solved it immediately. Yeah, that was like the easiest random code ever. That's crazy. That was crazy. So if we go over here and we go change it, so we're gonna go over to diamond and then diamond, diamond. So we have that set up. The question is, are these gonna update? I would imagine that you can only place 3 of these anyways, right? Good, very, very good, very good. So now if we go over here and we go over on this side, look at that. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Dude, this is so nice. This is so much nicer. I've wanted a randomized code system in build mode for a long time now. That's just preset like this. Because with the keypad, the terminal, the problem is that you have to sit there and randomly put in a code every single time or leave it the same. You know? So if you leave it the same, people can just bypass parts of your maps by knowing the code early, you know, by playing the map a second time. But then, oh no. Keep Piggy away, I gotta solve this code. There we go, we did it. Yep, there we go. Or you gotta sit there and manually change it every single time. But guess what? You don't have to. It's all set up and nicely done, you know? Alright, let's see if there's anything else here. Let's see. Text block? Ooh! You can just have plain text. You don't have to have a block behind it. You don't have to have anything else. You can just have regular text. Hello there. And there it is. And then you can sit there and scale this block. So if you want the text to be wider, you can do that. Hello there. You can change the font to a whole bunch of different fonts here. There we go. You can change the color. So if we change the color over to like red. Oh, wait. What exactly did I change? Text color. Let me see. Text color is red. Did I not change it right? Let me see. Supports rich text. Maybe if I do this and then I enter. I'm not sure why it's not working. Maybe if I put it in a custom color code. Let me see. Maybe if I do this. There we go. Okay, so I can just do it that way too. Yep, there we go. Slide the darkness bar to the left. Oh, is that why it was not working? Yeah, maybe that's why it wasn't working, because I had this all the way to the left. That's why. Okay. So yeah, you can see, there we go. We got this all set up and good now. That's great. All right, yeah, being able to have the text just plainly like that is really nice. All right, let's take a look and see. Mesh block. Ooh, you could have your own custom meshes in here. All right, let's take a look and see. So I'm gonna insert a mesh into the game. So I'm gonna go over into, let's go over into models. Let's go over to monster mash. Let's go over to the monster mash potion. So I'm gonna grab the model ID and I'm gonna put this in here like that. And then the texture I need to change, proportional to the original size. I'll keep it how it is for now. And then I need the texture ID. Where can I find the texture ID for this? Where can I find the texture ID? Oh, you know what? I have one on hand. Yeah, I have one on hand directly right here. So let me go ahead and just grab this texture ID like this. And then I'll put the texture ID right here. And then I think when it spawns in, make sure not to copy the ID from the URL. Instead, right click to press mesh ID. Oh, maybe that's why. Right click mesh ID. Let me see. Let me find that real quick. Copy asset ID, maybe? Maybe that's what it's supposed to be looking for. No, that's not the case. Where do I right click to do that? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm on this page right here. Yeah, I'm on this page. I don't know where to find like the I don't know where to find it. Unless I go over to handle and then I go over to mesh and then I grab the mesh ID. So that should be the mesh ID that is valid. So let me go ahead and copy that. And then I can put this here. Did it work? No, I don't know why it's not working. Make sure you search mesh parts and not models. Yeah, I know. I directly go into the mesh. Did I get the wrong ID? Did I get the wrong ID? Let me see. Texture ID? I might as well grab the correct texture ID while I'm here as well. Maybe it was because I added a space at the end? No, that one works. Can I choose from different meshes? No, it won't let me. I'm just gonna go here. No, I don't know why it's not spawning in. Chat, can you help me with this? Go to the men's tab. The what? Wait, what do you mean? Also, my room's getting hot. I gotta turn on the AC. There we go. Where exactly am I gonna find this? Unique ID. Yeah, I'm directly in the meshes area, so... And I got the mesh ID. And I got this. Honestly, I'm not sure why it's not working. Mesh part tab. Let me see. Click the 3 dots. Let me see. 3 dots. 3 dots. Yeah, it just says copy link or copy asset ID. And I did copy asset ID and it didn't work. Go to the mesh parts tab on the creator marketplace. Okay, let me see. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Monster mash. Okay, this is gonna make this a lot. Uh-oh. Potion? Okay. Maybe what I can do is maybe I can like go in here, grab the mesh ID, and then insert it into the mesh parts tab. So maybe I can do that by just doing this. Yes. Okay. So it definitely exists. I'm definitely going the right direction here. I don't know. If you paste in the wrong ID, you have to make a new mesh block. Oh, I see now. Okay. I get it now. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here. Confirm. Yes, there we go. Whoa, it's like, it's kind of warped a little weird. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we got that. And then now what we have to do is then we go in and add the texture. Yeah, then we go and add in the texture. So let me go ahead, let me go ahead and do that real quick. So dashboard, decals, there it is. Yep, there it is. I found it, everybody, I found it. There we go. Okay, so now we go in here and we set that to be it. Or maybe we gotta go with the regular version. Yep, maybe we gotta go with the regular version. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, everybody. It works. Oh, that's great. Okay, so now if I take this and I rotate it, and then now I would also have to scale it so that it's not super stretched out looking. So there it is right there. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool, dude. Yeah, I need to use the grid divider here. 5. Yeah, so whenever you scale this, it also scales the potion itself. So let me do this. No, I don't want it to be too wide. There we go. Oh, that's so cool. Now when you go and press play, look at this. There it is. You got like your own block inside of build mode. The monster mash. Look at that. See, that's really cool. You just go in and do that. Woohoo! Monster mash. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. That is really cool. You got like your own models inside of build mode. Honestly, it makes me wonder if that would get people like motivated to learn how to 3D model. Just to have like their own stuff inside of build mode, you know? It would be interesting. It would be pretty interesting. Okay, let me take a look and see. Alright, so let's go over to the next one. The ship control panel. Ooh, this one definitely looks different. I assume if you put multiple, yeah, you got 1, 2, and 3. What exactly does this open? What exactly does this do? This one works with the ship code pack and links. Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, I assume we need 4 of these, right? Yeah, I assume we need 4 of these. So if we go into events, we're gonna do this. There we go. So now when we start up the game, look at that, it has random colors. Red, red, blue, green. Red, red, blue, green. And boom, there it is, and it unlocks. That's really cool, dude. I want stuff like this so much in build mode. You actually have codes that randomize per round, and then boom, you have people solve it. That's like one of the main puzzle things we've been missing inside of the game for a long time now, you know? Let me see, the digital code. Oh yeah, these. Yeah, same thing with this. You have 3 of these set up like this. Let me move this one downwards a little bit. There we go. And then move this one a little bit downwards. There we go. It would be also pretty cool if you could do like you can in Studio, where if you wanted to move this at the lowest grid divider, you just hold Shift and then move, and it would just, you know, yeah, I think that would be really cool. So you do that, and then I assume you go inside of links with the terminal event. I think it's gonna be the terminal event. Let me see. No, it's digital code pack. Right. So we do that. We start the game. Then we go in, and you can see the code is randomized. 350. See? 350. And there it is! Success! It works! Success, it works. Alright, let's take a look and see. What else is there in here? The docks puzzle? The hints? So you know how they got like these 3 different hints here that they have inside docks? Yeah, you can have these too. So if we go over into links, we would have to go into the actual docks puzzle, which is this right here, and then we just solve it. So check this out. We go and hit play. Then we go in. You can see the code is 232. So 3, 2, and boom, it's solved. It's just as simple as that. Even got the codes there. Yeah, these are really cool concepts for build mode. What's next here? What do we got? Conveyor belt. Ooh, you can have your own conveyor belt, just like in regular build mode, but you can scale the conveyor belt. So instead of having to place down a bunch of them all at a time, you can just scale it. Look at this. The conveyor belt works like it's supposed to. And even better yet, you can configure the speed. You go over to 20 like this, and look at that. Look how much faster it is. This would be cool for some puzzles and stuff like that too, because actually I think maybe you could cheese it by just, you know, jumping up and down in order to, you know, get across. But I think if you have a lower ceiling, people won't be able to do it. Because like if you do something like this, and then you scale it, people won't be able to jump up and down. They literally just won't be able to go over there. Would be pretty, and then you can change it to whatever color you want as well. So if we change it over to this, like that, it'd be cool if you could have your own texture ID that you can put into here, and then have the texture be moving in the direction, just like the regular conveyor belt. Except instead of having to use a conveyor belt ID, you could use, you know, pretend like water. You can make it look like water's going down here like a river. You can make it look like, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff. So I think that would actually be a really cool addition for the conveyor belt. You just have a moving texture that moves in that direction and that speed that people can customly insert. Chat, what do you think of that idea? What do you guys think of that idea? Multi-weld. Oh, is this gonna allow you to weld multiple blocks together? Let me see. Allow welding to players and NPCs. Oh, you can weld stuff together with NPCs too? How interesting. Multi-weld is a complicated one. Well, I'm familiar with how welding works. I assume I just link them together, right? And it just welds them? It works with the configure gate and links. Oh, I see. Alright, we'll get to that one then in a bit. And then finally, the drivable car. The question is this one actually drivable? Because you guys know the regular build mode car. This thing is pretty unstable here. So let's take a look and see. We're gonna go in here. Look at this. Oh, dude. Oh my god. It's the crazy amount of difference in this build mode car, in this car. It's so smooth. It's crazy. Look, I can turn whenever I want. I can move exactly the speed I need to go. I hate to admit it, but I did not code for this one. Well, whoever did it did a really good job. They did a very good job. It really is drivable. Yeah, it really is. The other one's false advertising, I would suppose. Alright, now finally, everybody, let's move over into links. What do we have for links? This is what's got me excited here. First of all, we need to make this base plate larger. There we go. Alright, let's take a look and see. Advanced touch trigger. Ooh, an advanced touch trigger. What is this gonna have? Let's look inside this, the settings for this advanced touch trigger and see what we got. We pretty much got the same things. I think this one detects multiple players though, right? Detects multiple players at the same time. Yes! Excellent! Amazing stuff here. It stays on forever after touching. Alright, let's see. Yeah, like, even if we didn't... Okay, yeah, let me just show you. Alright, teleport block. So we're gonna go into this, and then we start the game. And now it allows for multiple people to go in this and teleport. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at that, see? Multiple people can go in it at a time without it breaking. So much nicer. Dude, you'd be able to do so much stuff with it. But the question is, can you use it with other link gates? I guess that'd be difficult to test, having all of us be in here at the exact same time. Unless we use the spawn block. Then again, that could bug this out, but I'll give it a try just in case. Okay, so, yeah. So if you ever want to have, like, people queue up in your map where groups at a time can spawn, or if you just need to teleport multiple people at the same time within a certain range, I imagine you'd just be able to do this. Link this up to the timer, and then link the timer up to the teleport block. Alright, let's take a look and see. It did it! Look at that! Literally, everybody was in here, and then boom, it just moved over. directly and easily. Yeah, that's awesome. That is really, really cool. This is the next epic tank right here. Yeah. Let me see. So let's look at the next one here. Object touch trigger. An object touch trigger? What exactly is this gonna detect? Let's look at the settings real quick. Stays on forever after touching. Only detect unanchored parts. Only detect unanchored parts? This can detect objects that are either animated or unanchored. Oh, so like the car. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. So if you have stuff like the car that's unanchored, or animated blocks as well. Because the move block is in here, right? Yeah, the move block is in here. Oh, that's really cool. Let me see. Is it really gonna like teleport it over? Maybe we can make like a car factory. Okay, I have something I want to test here. So I'm gonna delete this on the very top. I'm gonna move this over so it gets to the very end. And then I'm gonna put the car on the very top here. But I need to make sure the this conveyor belt is slower, a little bit slower. So I'll set this to 5 for now. And then I'll take the car and then move it directly on top like this. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's see. Can we actually have the car teleport? I wonder. So we'll take a teleport block, right? And then we'll go into here. Affects NPCs. I guess it's not really considered an NPC, but I'll try it anyways. I don't even know if it's going to teleport the car in the first place, but might as well give it a try. We might as well try. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Okay, no, it didn't teleport the car. But it should be able to power on other links. Maybe I should make it teleport them in the future. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be really cool. But just to demonstrate that this works, I'm going to take a lamppost and then have it where this will power on the lamppost when the car touches it. So let's take a look and see. Are you sure it could work? Let's find out. So we go over here. When the car touches the object trigger, watch what happens. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did I not configure it? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Here, I'll set it to that. Maybe the car doesn't get detected. Yeah, maybe the car is just one of the ones that doesn't get detected at the moment. Maybe. Also, hopefully this touch trigger doesn't detect players. That way they can stay separate. Like a filtering system. Why was there a gear on the lamppost? Where? Oh yeah, you can customize the lamppost too. Pretty cool. You just take this, move it over to red, change the brightness, and then look at that, you have custom lampposts. And make sure to ignore players. Okay, perfect. Yep, perfect. Okay, let's go over to the click trigger. Have you ever wanted to be able to click stuff with your mouse? Well, guess what? That's what this is for. So let me go ahead and just take a random decoration like a balloon. We'll take a balloon. And then we'll have it where you can click on the balloon. And then I gotta get like another lamppost or something right here just to show that the link is transmitting the signal. We'll go here. And then what's inside the click trigger here? What is it got? Maximum distance, the cursor icon. Oh, you can change the cursor icon. So yeah, let me go change it to a different thing. Let me see. Let me change it to... Yeah, let's change it to this. Let's change it to this. Let's do this. There we go. Activation length. Basically works like a prompt trigger, except it works with your mouse. Or your finger, I guess, if you're on mobile. So you go over here. And look at that. Look at my mouse. As soon as I move my mouse over here, there it is. And I can click that, and boom. It'll power back on. That's great. That's really cool. That is very, very cool. All right, what's next on the dock here? What do we got? The player configuration block. All right, let's take a look and see. Configurations occur for everyone. Transparency. Oh, this is something I've wanted in build mode. This is something I've actually wanted in build mode. I'll show you what it does. Let me put a lever down, put this here. Remember how I said, I gave the idea for an ability block where you can like use it to give everyone infinite speed boosts and stuff like that? Oh, look at this. So So I'll have it set for everyone. You can change their transparency, so if you want to make people invisible. So I'll set it to that. Walk speed, we'll give ourselves a 30 walk speed. Jump power, we'll give ourselves 50 jump power. You can change the size of players too. Oh my god, it's the actual size block. It's all in one. That's really cool. Alright, we'll make our size like 5. We'll see what happens there. Smooth change duration. So if you want to have the change be gradual, oh, that's smart. So we'll make it happen in 3 seconds. Effects NPCs. Okay, let's try this out. Oh, this is going to be really cool. Okay, alright. So we're going to go over here and watch. Whoa. Yeah, so as you can see, our transparency is slightly different. We move a lot faster. And our jump height, well, I guess because we're larger, it's hard to notice. But that is so cool, dude. This is definitely, in my opinion, this is probably a top 3 block that we should have in build mode for, out of, like I'm going to be ranking these by, like, the top 10 best ideas for build mode inside of here. This one is definitely on the list. This one is definitely on the list. Because there's so much you can do about it that helps change the gameplay. Wait, what is this? POV configuration. First person. Oh, you can change it mid-game. Enables for everyone toggle flashlight. Oh, that's cool. So you can change it mid-game. So if we go with the lever right here, right? And then we go and hit play. And then we start up the game. Watch what happens. Instantly inside of breakout mode. And then when we unpower this. Oh, it doesn't work with unpowered. You'd have to repower it to another block. That's crazy, dude. You can actually change it mid-game. That's so nice. Like, no longer will you have to sit there and go and toggle in the settings unless you want the game to start that way, which is still makes it useful. This is so nice, though. It's awesome. Health configuration. This is an idea I talked about just recently. The health block. It basically works like a damage or healing block. Or it works like a power death block, but it basically does damage or healing. And you can set. You can actually set the maximum amount of HP. So if I want to set people's health to a maximum amount, I can give them more health if I want to, which is great. Set it for everybody. And then you can choose to deal damage to everybody too, which is awesome. So look, I'm going to give everyone max HP. So, oh, I forgot to link it. No, go back. Yeah, no, I forgot to link it. Okay, let me fly over here. I'm going to turn on the lever. Have it flipped over to here. And now I want you guys to look in the upper right corner, right above my leaderboard, right? See this part right up here? Look above there, because that's where my health should be. See how my health just got cut in half? I didn't actually take any damage. My health increased. My health actually increased. And health regeneration by default is off, which is really nice in case you ever wanted to change something like that. Yeah. That's so cool, dude. You can actually just change your player health. So now instead of having 100 health, I have 200 health. Yeah, really great stuff. Really, really cool stuff. It would be cool if there was like a toggle for this where it would show your health above your head. And I mean, technically that's already a thing, so never mind. Never mind, that's already a thing. Let's see what's next in here. Settings block. Whoa. Does this mean you can change? Oh, you can. You can change all the game settings inside of your game the moment the game starts. Oh, that's so nice. Timer config block and game lighting block combined. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, look at this. So you can have all your normal game settings that you would find inside of here. You can have them be changeable without having to restart your whole game. That's great. That's really good. Let's take a look and see. The explosion block, powered block. What's different in the explosion block here? Damage radius, play sound, affects survivors, affects terrain? Wait a minute. Affects terrain? Are you telling me we can blow up the ground here? Whoa. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and try this here. I'm going to put a lever right here, alright? And then I'm going to connect this over to the explosion block. We're going to go here. Alright, let's go over this way. Is it actually going to be able to blow it up? Let me see. Oh, that would be crazy. You'd be able to do some really cool stuff with that. Let me see. Imagine like a pickaxe item, and you can use it to destroy one block of terrain at a time, and you can make like realistic Minecraft. All right, so the explosion's in there. All right, ready? And here we go. It does affect the terrain. You can see the terrain block actually just got deleted. So what happens if we go set this to a higher range? Watch. So we're gonna go over here. Damage radius, we'll set it to 20. And we'll see what ends up happening here, alright? I should probably move the player spawn a little closer. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's exactly what I was thinking. Where'd the player spawn go? Wait, what? Where'd the player spawn just go? Can I place... I assume maybe I can place multiple? No, I can only place one. Oh, there it is. Right, I forgot I put it inside of there. Yep, I forgot. Alright, ready? Here we go. Yeah, the grass is realistic. I wonder why I spawned back there. Alright, here we go. Whoa! It took out the whole ground. Yeah. That's so cool, dude. And it actually, like, shapes around it, too. That's really, really cool. Okay, alright, we're gonna move over here. We're gonna move over to the next one. Alright, let's take a look and see. Let's see. Alright, so what's the next block that we got on here? We have the dialogue block and the info block. What exactly did they change inside of these? Ooh, you can change the text color. And the dialogue supports rich text, so if you want to change the font and stuff like that, you can. And you can change the text speed, and you can change how long the dialogue lasts for. Yes, I wanted this thing, but in cutscenes as well. And the same applies for the info block here as well. Awesome stuff. The item use trigger. What exactly did they change in this? Show item bubble, item colorable key. And you can use this with gears too, which is really nice. Check item color, which is great. So if you want it to be used with a specific item color, you can. Let me see. Time active, item reusable, use count, amount required, and mouse icon. Oh, so it changes your mouse icon for this too. That's great. That is really great. My question is though, are these powerable? What would make these even better is if you could power these so they're enabled and disabled based on a link. Same would go with the prompt trigger, the click trigger, and the touch triggers as well. That's something I've been asking Epic Tank for, and he actually recently changed it with the prompt trigger itself. We talked about this one already. Got that one already. You can use spawning gears and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Before I cover the other ones, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna check out all these. Curly, if you want to tell people on screen right now some other things, some other stuff, go ahead and tell them real quick. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, everybody. I am back. Okay, all right, here we go. All right. Let's take a look and see here. All right, here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some other links now. What is next? The powered gate. Wait a minute, the powered gate? Is this going to allow anything to be powerable? I think it is. Yes. So you can power this on and off if you need to. You can power anything on and off. Look at this. Even stuff like normal events that would normally just stay here and be active, with the power gate, you can have them be off. Whoa. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. You can use this to have anything be powerable. Oh my god. Let me go ahead and use the lever on this. There it is. Lever goes on that. I don't know where the player spawn is, but I think I should be okay. I'll move this over here. Yeah, I'll move this over here. Whoa, what just happened? There we go. Yep, there we go, there we go. Okay, let's start the game and see what happens here. Alright, so we're in, and as you can see, they're completely gone. They're gone, but if we go and do this, they power on. Does it give like a random code every time? No, it doesn't. That's really cool. You can have any block be powerable. So we go take the lever and flip this. Yeah, look at that. See, it's completely gone. I'd imagine you'd be able to do stuff with stuff like that with these puzzles, with these meshes. You can use it on every single thing. This is definitely something I would really want most in build mode. One of the things I want most in build mode. We gotta make a top 5 list. Chat, let's make a top 5 list, all right, of stuff that I want most from this game inside of build mode. All right, so we're gonna have spot number 5. We're gonna have spot number 4, like that. Wait, don't make the top 5 list just to... No, I'm not yet. Yeah, don't worry. I know there's better ones coming up. I'm just going to, I'm just putting this here for afterwards. Yep, I'm just putting this here for afterwards. Yeah, we're gonna put this here. Spot number 3. And then spot number 2. If only I can find the color orange. Oh yeah, that's right. I could just make the color orange. There we go. Yeah, 3. And then I can take the color wheel and just automatically choose yellow. 2. And then spot number 1 is going to be the very top. There we go. Alright, so yeah, this will be 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is where we're going to put the top 5 blocks needed from this game inside of build mode, alright? Unfortunately, it doesn't count features, though, like the other grids and stuff like that. Maybe we'll make that one a separate one. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue here. Let's continue. The configuration gate. Okay, so this is the one that he was talking about that said it did some stuff. Ooh! You can change the settings of blocks and things. So you can change it into different textures or materials. You can change the colors into something completely different. You can change the transparency, whether it's anchored, collidable, all the classic studio settings. Ooh, okay. So let's take this lever. I'll put this here and connect into here. And then I'll take this and connect it directly into the ground. So we're gonna see what happens when we just change the ground immediately, right? So you guys know about powerable stuff, right? But what if you could just change materials? Boom, just like that. Instantly changes it. And not just that, I'll show you what else you can do with it. I will show you what else you can do with it. You can essentially turn blocks into no-clip blocks. You can, look at this. You can make them reflective. Collidable, you can turn that off so you can fall through the floor. Anchored, ooh, you can unanchor stuff. Whoa, wait a minute. Collidable, and then unanchored. So we connect it to this door. What's gonna happen when it gets unanchored? Chat, this door is now unanchored. Watch. Watch what happens when we knock it over. Maybe this one can't be knocked over because it's considered to be an event. Maybe we'd be able to do the same thing with the safe, maybe? Let me see. Let me try it again. Oh, right! I didn't pull the lever. I'm dumb. Oh, right. I did not pull the lever. Also, let me unlink it from the ground first. And yeah, now let me do this. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do this. There we go. Oh, there it goes. Yep, the door has been unanchored. Whoa. Yeah, you can just move this whole thing around here. Goodbye, door. Oh man, look at that. Look at that, everybody. You can move the door around. Can you imagine this connected to every block in the map? It just makes everything unanchored. Ooh, wait. What happens if we make the, what happens if we make the floor unanchored? Oh, that's not gonna end well. Surely this cannot end well. Hey guys, look. What happens if I unanchor the floor? Here we go. One pull of the lever. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep, the entire floor has been unanchored. Why is it not falling into the void? That's odd. I would expect it to fall into the void. For some reason, it's not doing that? I have no clue why. Other blocks are keeping it in place. Oh, I see. So we're saved for now. Just for now. It can float. Nah, it's just because of other blocks that are doing that. Okay, so you said this block works with the config? The configuration gate? Let me see. Yeah, you said this one works with this? Or was it something else? The anchored property. Oh, okay, I see. Wanna set that up real quick? Yeah, you can use it to unanchor 2 blocks, or a set of blocks. I get it now. Okay. Never mind, I get it now. Let me see. I'm a little sick, by the way. Animation gate? Does this mean you can use tween service to animate? Like anything? What? Really? Yes, can I have team builder? Oh, yeah. Let me give it to you. I assumed you would be able to just give it to yourself because you're the owner. Because you were able to, like, private the map or whatever. But yeah, let me do that real quick. There you go. I gotta grab your username. Monsieur Joe 2. There you go. Alright, you should have team builder now. Yep, you should be good. So let me see. Animation type, move or spin. Yeah, you can change the animation easing styles too, which is cool. Reverse, resets when unpowered, scale to reference. So this is like the move block, but you can animate anything inside the game. Wait, are you for real? So what if I just take this balloon, right? If I just take that balloon, and then how does it know where it's supposed to go though? Scale to reference, move reference. Oh, I see now. So you take the move reference, which is this right here, and then you move it to be this. I don't know if it's going to make the balloon bigger or not. I have no clue. Let me see. Scale to reference. Yeah, because this is for the move block. I know that one, but I thought it just worked for the same thing, you know? Is there a move reference for this one? Because all I see is the animation. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything else. I do not see anything else. This one? Okay. Let me put that here. And then I will move this up into the air. And then I gotta connect this over to the move reference as well. I would imagine so. Okay. So that's there. That's there. And then maybe if we change this to, change that to move. We'll have it do elastic, because that one's always fun to use. Or maybe bounce. Maybe we'll go a little bit more dramatic with the bounce. There we go. Okay, and then I imagine we just power this on. Something tells me I'm not doing this right, though. Is it really this simple to set up? Surely it's got to be more complex than that. Or is it actually going to work? Let me see. I'm not sure if decorations scale properly. They should move. Whoa! Look at that! You can animate direction. I mean, you can animate decorations inside of build mode. You can animate anything inside of build mode. Dude, that's sick. That's so cool. Yeah, this almost seems like an upgraded version of the move block. Because you can literally use it with just anything. So if you go in here, reset when powered off, yes, and then reverses. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. So now if we go in here, and it is that simple to set up. I'm surprised. So now if we go over here, interact, what does that do? Oh, maybe they're setting something up. See, look at this. You power it on, and then the balloon moves. And then the balloon goes back. Look at that. See, it goes over, and then it goes back. Maybe you can have like a system where if you stand on top of the balloon, you can ride the balloon up there. I don't know though, that might be tricky. Multi-weld in action? Yeah. Alright, so they're gonna show multi-weld right now. So let's see what they do. Alright, so oh, and they just died. I need to get rid of those real quick. I need to get rid of all the spawn blocks. Yeah, because these ones should not still be enabled. There we go. Alright. But yeah, dude, that's so awesome. You can animate anything inside the game. Wait a minute. What if I could animate a forklift? What if I animate a forklift moving? Whoa, wait, what if I do this? Also, something that the move block has, I don't know if this has it or not. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna give one suggestion for this that would make this even better. There's one thing that the move block has that this doesn't have, and that is enabling it so that if anybody touches the move object, they die. Or they take a certain amount of damage. Honestly, you could just have it straight up be a numbered text box that they put in. So by default, 100 will kill people. But you know, if you increase the player's health with another thing over here, blah, blah, blah. So like, for example, right? What if you wanted to have moving stuff like this, right? So you want to have a forklift moving this way, but if anybody touches the forklift and gets run over, they die. That would be really cool. So look, let's hit play real quick. And then we go over here. You can animate the direction. You can animate the, look at that. Whoa. Oh yeah, I need to unrotate the block. Otherwise it'll do whatever it just did right now. All right, show me multi-weld. So let me see. Yeah, show me multi-weld. Oh! Multi-weld! So you can weld link blocks together with objects. See? The prompt stays onto the, the prompt stays, they're welded together. That is so cool, dude. That is crazy. Oh my god, look at this. And it would still link up and power on whatever it's connected to as well. You can also weld an unanchored block to the forklift and it'll move it. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. What if I like put a container behind it? Yeah, what if I put a container behind it? Like this? And then I take a, and then, yeah, like having it, oh, you can make, maybe you can use this to like make a train inside of build mode. So how I would make a train is I would take a lever like this. I would take a configuration gate like that, connect it over to this, and then I would, everything is already set here, but I need to get the weld block. Where's the weld block? Oh, there it is, multi-weld. So I would get multi-weld. I would connect it over to that. That's how it's supposed to be, right? And then you would weld two things together. So you would weld this and this together. Like that. And then I would imagine I would set it to unanchored as well. So we'd go over to anchored, unanchored, like that. There we go. Perfect. And then for this, I need to make sure it's, this is facing the right way. Because this is like facing, yeah. I gotta fix this one real quick. So I'll take this and I'll rotate in the correct direction. That way it doesn't like spin. And then I'm going to get the, and then that'll do that. Yeah, that'll do that. And then I'll just make it be linear for now. Yeah, I'll just make it be linear. And then I'll disable reverse as well. Whoa, man. All right, let's see. Okay, alright, so now that we do that, we're gonna weld these two together. So they should be welded together. And this one should be unanchored as well. Which I think it is. This one might be too heavy for me to tell though. Alright. And then now, if we go over and animate this. Oh, it can't move because it's being anchored down by the other thing. Let me see. Takes a little bit of tinkering to make sure we understand how these works. Wait, I think I kept the forklift anchored. No! Here, yeah, see if you can fix that real quick. Yeah, maybe it did get kept anchored. Allow welding to players and NPCs. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, imagine being able to, like, have an NPC that walks around and drags, like, any object with it because it's welded together. That would be crazy. Also, based on how welding works, the distance you put it doesn't matter. You can have the object be directly on top like this and it'll weld it, or you can have it be like this and it'll keep it the same welded distance away. If you link the weld to an NPC spawn block and another block, the block will be welded to the NPC. How do you... See, this is some thinking that you have to, like... This is a lot of, like, thinking ahead kind of stuff. That's great. Okay, let's take a look and see if this works now. Alright, so, we're gonna have this. They are now welded together. I think it's unanchored, but I have no clue. Alright, go ahead and... Yeah, look at that! I gotta raise the block up a little bit. Oh, it doesn't reverse it because of the weld. Yeah, it doesn't reverse it because of the weld. Oh, wait, no, I have reverse off. Or, I mean, wait. I have to see. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, because my the unpowered option... Where is it? Unpower. Unpower... Yeah, resets when unpowered is enabled. I have no clue. Reset when unpowered is bugged at the moment, but I'm working on fixing it. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, if you take this and move it up a little more, so it's uniform with this, you'd be able to do that. That's crazy, though. So you can do this, you weld them together, like that, and then you use this, and then look at that. That's crazy. You can just have stuff moving around. You can have any decoration you want moving around. It could be a balloon. It could be a door moving around for all you want. It could be the terrain. It could be anything. Anything you want moving around. This is definitely a direct upgrade to the move block. The move block itself does use tween service. And in the past, I did give the idea saying, like, hey, you should allow for, like, all basic shapes. But, man, this just brings it to a whole nother level. You could use it with anything. And imagine combining this with the power gate where you can have anything be powered on and off, even decorations, and you'd be able to have some unbelievable stuff in the game. Yeah, seriously. Alright, let's go over to the next one here. We're almost done here. Yeah, the gate had the reverse option, but the reset part is the main issue. That is the main issue. Random selector, behavior, remember first choice, it's all neat and clean inside there, pretty cool. The if gate, I imagine there's more options in here, right? Let me see. Check item color, that's great, and yeah, you can select the item color as well. Very good, very good. Advanced if gate, wait, what? Advanced if gate? Has item, check item. Is this one just for owners only, or what is it? What exactly is this one doing differently? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe Curly will be able to tell us. Curly says the advanced one works the same, but toggles for all people who activate it. That's wait. So it's global? So it's global? I imagine that means I can't link it, right? Or no, I can't. I have no clue. I have no clue. Modify gate. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's different inside the modifier gate. Clear player data. Toggle output. What is toggle output? Like if an advanced touch trigger is linked to an advanced if gate, and the gate is linked to a death block with if moving, all people who move within the touch trigger will die. That is so cool. That's literally perfect for red light, green light, Squid Game. All without having to put down like a million different links and stuff like that. That's amazing. It works directly with the advanced touch trigger as well. That is incredible. Let me see. So we got all these code ones down. We got the electrical box. We also have the keycard panel, which you can use with custom colors, that like I showed. and the wrench panel, which you can use with the wrench item, except you can have these directly powered to anything you want. It doesn't have to be just powered to a laser door anymore. You can have it be powered to anything. I actually made a video on red light, green light with this gate. Yeah, you can do some amazing stuff. Ooh, the video block. The video block? Wait a minute. You can have your own videos inside of build mode? Let me go over to the video tab real quick. Let me see. Let's choose a video to play. Give me 1 second real quick. Okay, I'm back. Just had to get some more, just sick. Okay. Alright, I need to find like a... What video can I find? I guess I'll just use this one. I have no idea what it is. Oh, wait, no, I'll use this one. Yeah, I'll use this one. Okay, so we're gonna insert the ID here. I think that was the same exact ID, I don't know. Loops. Resets when unpowered. Does the video play on this block or does it project somewhere? I imagine it plays on the block, facing this way. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so we're gonna take a lever, we're gonna put this here, do that there. Plays on the surface. Perfect. Okay. Let's take the player spawn, we're gonna move it over here. Do this. We're gonna hit play. And here we go. Do this. Look at that, guys! It's an actual video inside of build mode. Look at that! It's a video! That's so cool, dude. And then if you unpower it, it pauses the video too. That's crazy! And what's even better, like, let's just say you want to have a TV inside your build mode map, right? Oh, yeah, there's a TV decoration. So if you take this TV, right? And then you go over to neon, and then we're gonna just make it, where's the color black? There we go. So we're gonna take this, move this over here, and then we just gotta make this really small. And thanks to the advanced move tool that's inside this game, we can just simply take this, move it inside. I think we're gonna be able to, I don't know what the max number I could put it in here is, but I could probably do this. And then I take the scaling, and then I scale it down as much as I can. You can set the grid divider to 0 to remove it. Oh, I can? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, cool. Perfect. So now I can take this and move it directly inside of here. Right? Chad, do you know what I'm doing with this, by the way? Do you know what I'm doing with this? Do you know? Those who know? Okay, let me see. I'll put this in here. I'm trying to fit it to be the exact size of the screen. Right about here and right about there. Okay. So I think that should work. I think that should work now. Alright, you ready? Oh my god, it works! Look at this! It's a real TV! It actually plays. You can see the videos inside the TV itself. Yeah, it works! Also, the free cam for this has the tilt controls, which is brand new in Roblox Studio. That's so cool, dude. Look at this. You can have an actual TV playing inside your map, and it's real. Oh man, this stuff like this definitely beats the fact that you have to sit there and like have a million different decals and whatever just to play a certain animation, you know? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, let's move over to the next block here. What is next on our list? Powered particle blocks. Okay, so this is the same thing, but you can just power on and off. We did cover that one already. Powered decal blocks, just like in regular build mode. Transition block. Ooh. I don't know if Hyena or our Arctic Asylum is still in chat or still on the stream, but you guys might like this one. So this triggers for everybody. The speed, the delay. So this provides an actual transition. Let's take a look and see. We're gonna hook it up to there. We're gonna start the game. Okay, we're in here now. And if we flip the lever, it does a transition. That's so cool. And it's just that easy. So if you ever want to have people smoothly teleport into a place, you can. Oh, I would love the transition for Death Run Dimensions. Right before people get sent into the dimension, that would be perfect. Oh, that would be perfect, dude. Let me see. Input trigger. It has the initial of my name. Input. Oh, it's like a keybind. Oh, okay. So it's like a keybind. Click this button and type a letter. And you can change it too. So if I want to change it to this keybind, or maybe not. Maybe it has to be a letter. R? Yeah, look at that. You can change it to any keybind. That's a valid letter, of course. And boom, you just do that. And there it is. And then maximum distance, create mobile button. Oh, it creates a button on mobile too. Very smart. And then ignore processed units. Usable by infected, ignore process. That's crazy. Dude, that's so crazy. You just have all this stuff set up and all, that's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, other than that, yeah. You can just use it as a keybind. So now you can have custom keybinds in your game. So maybe if you want to give yourself special abilities, instead of having to hold out different tools and whatnot and items, you could just use a keybind. Yeah, you just use a keybind. Let me see. Chat trigger. Oh, this would shut the chat off and re-enable it, right? Activation linked, case sensitive, function. Oh no, you have to type in chat for this to activate. So it's very similar to the chat prompt thing that was in the game. That's currently in the game. Yeah, the text command trigger. That's right. Let me see. Woo! Wait a minute. I think I did see this one, but this is pretty dope here. Look at this. The look trigger. It will power on if you're looking towards the block. So the angle, the distance, usable by infected, usable by NPCs. So if you're looking at this block, it'll power on. So you can use this for different mechanics and stuff like that inside the game. So if we go over and just do what's it called? We go over to let's have a link. Let's have a light turn on whenever the link activates. So we'll do that. So we'll take the we'll take the look trigger, power it onto this light, and also we can change the light configurations to have it be much brighter, like that. And now, anytime anybody's looking at the block, look at that, it turns on. If they look away, it turns back off. So you can use this to power on different things. Maybe anybody who looks at this ball will instantly die or take damage. You can actually use this to make the eyes inside of doors. And I'll show you how to do it too. Check this out, check this out. So, if you wanted to do something like this, watch this. You would take a look trigger, right? And you would also take a decal block. I'll just take a regular decal block. Yeah, there it is. Regular decal block, right? And you take a decal block. And we need an eyes, here, doors, eyes. Yeah, here we go. Yep, here we go. Yeah, so you can have the eyes actually inside of, in your game. So we're gonna do this. So we got the eyes. Let me see. I don't know how to get rid of the other sides of this, but I think it'll be okay. Also, I need to also change this so that it's, there we go. I think, yeah, you gotta make the decal white. But I don't know how to get rid of these on the back, but I think they disappear anyways. So we got the eyes set up, right? We got these all right here. We're gonna go over like this. And then this. Perfect. And then we're gonna have this linked up directly to a health block. And when we go in here, we're gonna do damage, and we're gonna have it set to, let's do like 20 damage. Or 10 damage. Yeah, we'll have it do 10 damage. And then enables for everyone to shut off, right? That way, anybody who looks at this will take damage. And then we'll have the light block here, which of course you can have powered on whenever you want the eyes to appear. So we're gonna go over to the purple color. We're gonna make the brightness be 10. Maybe we'll make the range be like 20. Yeah, there we go. And just like that, we have the eyes. Now everybody, look up here. You see where my my leaderboard is? Yeah, look, see, he's taking damage right now. Every time he was looking at the eyes. So now, look at it. Whenever I look, I just took damage. So if I go back over here, and then I look at the eyes, I guess I have to like look back and forth. I'm not exactly sure how this works yet. But yeah, it works. Maybe it only damages you one at a time. Maybe that's the case. But yeah, right there you already have like a start to be able to do some crazy stuff here, you know? It's cool. It's super cool. It is really, really cool. Yeah, I know people love to make like the doors kind of stuff. And you'd be able to make some awesome stuff like that. You really could. You really, really could. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. But yeah, other than that, there it is. Yeah, the door. The look trigger. Really nice stuff. Really nice. Okay, alright, let's take a look and see what the next one is. Let's see. What do we got? The post-processing link block. Wait, the post-processing link block? I wonder what that's supposed to do. Interesting. The post-processing link block. Let me see. What is inside of here? Color correction, brightness, contrast. What does this do? I'd like to know what this does. I would like to know what this does. A variable block? What exactly would that do? It's like the post-processing block from events, but powered. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep, now I remember. Perfect stuff. Yeah, having a linkable version of everything is great. It is just great. Seat trigger, so you can use this to power it on and off. Yeah. You can have this be powered on and off and all that kind of stuff. If you want to have people sit down immediately. In fact, if I just go over to a chair like this. Oh my god. Wait, okay. There was an idea I was going to mention, but I didn't mention it because I didn't think it was going to be possible. But I was like, when I was talking about this, I was like, what if you could attach this to the move block? But you can't. That is until I learned about welding, the weld block, and the animation gate, right? Because you can weld a chair onto here, and you can weld a seat block onto here, and then if you, oh dude, I gotta try this. Oh my god, I gotta try this. Let me do this. We're gonna do this. They're all gonna be welded together, right? Let's hope this works. Oh, it's gotta work. It's gotta work. So we're gonna put this here, right? And then we're gonna move this right onto here. I'm gonna lower this down a little bit just to account for the chair, right? Chat, are we about to make our own vehicle inside this build mode game? Are we about to make our own vehicle inside this build mode game? All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this a little bit lower. Oh, I'm so excited to try this. I really hope this works. Okay, so we're gonna hit play. Unanchor it. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, let me forget not to anchor it real quick. Let me do this. We're gonna hit this and this. So those will be unanchored as well. And then finally, I need a block in order to get up here. Yeah, I need a block in order to get up here. So I'll do this. There we go. That should help me get on top. All right, everybody, you ready? So here we go. Let's see if this works. I gotta make sure I don't look at the eyes though, or else I'm gonna get damaged. Okay. Everything should be set up. I'm gonna sit down. Okay, go for it. No way! No way! That's crazy! Oh my god. You can make your own custom vehicles and transportation stuff inside of this. That is awesome. That is so cool. Dude, that's unbelievable. Yeah, I already know what my top spots are for this. That's unbelievable, man. All right, let's see. The prompt trigger. So I think there was some new stuff in the prompt trigger. Let me see. Object text, max distance, required site, key code. Oh yeah, so you can use the specific letter for this too. So it works in tandem with that. That's great. Yeah, you can actually choose which key you want to press instead of it just being E. That's awesome. That's great. Let's see. The mod block. Whoa. The mod block. Point race mode. Oh, you can add the regular Piggy modifiers inside of here. Like point race, and the spider mode. Dizzy camera, inverted controls. Oh, that's great. Yeah, you can apply all those things into into build mode now. All right, the Game Pass block. Woo! You can create your own Game Passes inside of this game. Chad, did you guys hear what rambling around words. Did you hear that premium payouts is getting changed to like this weird system where it's like, oh, only if someone's bought $10 on Roblox and they purchase something in your game every so amount of days, then you get premium payouts? I'm wondering if maybe this would count, because technically the maybe technically this is not technically the owner is getting the Robux, but surely Piggy is getting a cut of the Robux too. I mean, that's how it always works. So would that count as them buying something in your game? I think that would. And if that's the case, I think that would be pretty beneficial for the game. And then Game Pass ID. So yeah, you can have the ID in here, and then boom. You can create your own custom Game Passes. All right, everybody, we're on the final 2 blocks here. And then we'll go into the audio and UI stuff as well. I wonder what's in here. I wonder. All right, so this is the mid-game cutscene. So yeah, you power and it plays a cutscene. Very simple. Yeah. And there you go. So if you ever want to have one of your cutscenes play in the middle of the game and then go back to playing the game, you can. But the one I'm most interested in here is the camera block. Lock camera for everybody. So I don't know if this is how the camera block would work. Let's give it a try real quick. Yeah, let's give it a try real quick. Let me see. Let me move this up here like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lever like this, and then I'm going to take a timer and have the timer set to 3 seconds. Do this, right? And then have the second one go over here. You guys might be confused as to what I'm trying here, but I'll tell you what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean. So let's go over this way. All right, so we hit the lever. It's gonna put ourselves in a camera POV. Oh, but it keeps it there. Okay. Unpower the camera, please. Yeah, if you can't unpower the camera. I am stuck. I am stuck. I don't know how to leave the camera. Oh, maybe I can just restart the game and that'll fix it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. No bug. Yeah, I know. I know. Because I had like a second camera enabled too. So my idea, oh yeah, is my camera working now? Let me see. Speaking of my own camera, of course, let's see if my camera's cooled down now for it to start working again. Let's get this camera back on here. Let's see. All right, and I will appear now. Hey, we're back. Okay, all right, everybody, we are back. All right, so I'm gonna explain my idea for the camera block real quick. Yeah. Let me explain. So how my version of the camera block would go is sort of similar to that. You go inside the camera settings, and there would be a little section that you could set, right? And it would put you into free cam. And while you're in free cam, you can set your camera into a certain position, and at the bottom of the screen, there would be a little confirmation that says, do you want to set this as your camera angle? You hit confirm, and then you're back to, the block settings. That's how it works inside of Epic Tank's original concept, but I've always wanted to add more onto it, right? So when you have that camera POV set up, whoever powers the block, their camera gets put over into there, right? And in the camera settings, you can have camera lifetime. If you set this to 0, it would be infinite, but you can set the camera to be a certain lifetime before it resets, right? So that way you're in a camera position for like, let's just say 3 seconds, and then you go back to your normal player. Or you can enable it so that it does a smooth transition back over. You can have like transitions enabled if you want to, right? But not just that. Not just that. If you are inside of a camera POV and another camera block gets powered by whatever the same links are, so let's just say you have a lever that turns this one on, and the timer gets enabled, and afterwards the timer enables the second camera block, it would take your camera POV and transition over into the other camera, similar to how it works in cutscenes. Or in the camera block settings, you can enable it so that instead of it doing that transition, it just immediately cuts over to the next camera angle, right? Because then you can have a more dynamic version of in-game cutscenes, or maybe you want to just change the camera angle entirely, right? Maybe you want to have like a I was in my Clash Royale layout for some reason. I haven't used that one in a while. Maybe I should stream Clash Royale again. Chat, would you guys want Clash Royale streams? I've been doing pretty crazy in the game. I've been doing pretty crazy in the game. Anyways, yeah. What if you want to make something like Pac-Man or Mario? So for Pac-Man, for example, you can have the camera facing directly downwards, and the camera stays locked on so that you can see like a bird's eye view POV of you running around. You just be able to do so much of the camera block. It's crazy. The only bug that I can see with the camera block, though, is that if you give a camera a lifetime and it transitions to another camera, this camera block, when the lifetime is up, it might reset your camera or pull it away. So that's the only tricky part about it that I wouldn't know exactly how to fix. Let me leave and rejoin, and that should fix my camera. Yeah, let me leave and rejoin. Game, pause. Oh, there we go. And then now I just gotta join my server. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Pretty good, pretty good. Let me see. Okay, so we got that there. We got that all set up. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the next part here. Audio. So, as you can see, here are all the audio links. I'm not really gonna go too much into these, because even for me, the audio links are a bit confusing. But let's go over some real quick. Echo barrier. I don't know how this one will work. I have no clue. Maybe anybody inside of here in Echo doesn't play? I'm not sure. Maybe Echo barrier? Yeah, what does the Echo barrier do? Audio collides with Echo barriers. I don't understand. What is it like, so it muffles it a tiny bit. Oh, that's great. Chat, have you ever been indoors and you go inside like the lobby and no, bad example, right? Let's just say it's raining outside. But if you go inside and you set the entire indoor area with this audio barrier, it will muffle the rain. So it actually sounds like you're indoors. That would be really cool. I mean, they made it, so it is pretty cool. Same with echoes. You can change all those and all that kind of stuff. Audio filter. Even I don't really know much about the audio gate, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you what's new or what's different about these. But what I am interested in most of all is the final section here called UI. So let's take a look and see. Chat, remember how I talked about last stream how it would be really cool if you had a UI block? Well, wait a minute. I wonder what this is. What could this be? So first we have a screen. We gotta power this on. I'm not exactly sure what this does though. I have no clue. Where is, it's a little hard to know what it does without the video. I can set this up for you though. Oh, wait, so you can connect this to the video block and it'll put the video in your face? Wait, really? Is that what it does, or am I misunderstanding? Yeah, go ahead and set it up. Set it up. Yeah, go ahead and set it up. Let me see. Ask Curly to set up his Five Nights at Freddy's system for you. It's crazy. You won't even believe it. You move with your mouse to the side and it actually moves the camera. Does he have a map set up for this? Yeah, does he have a map set up for this? You can do multiple things though. That's one of them. Let me see. Yeah, he's gonna set it up right now so it works. Taking a look at some of the other ones here, we got the billboard, we got the surface, sustain gate, Aderney, rhymes with my name, frame, text, image, video, and then what else is there? Viewport, and finally hover. So these are all the blocks in the UI section. They're setting it up right now. Let's see. All right, here's something simple. All right, let's take a look and see. What are we gonna get now? What are we gonna get? So we're gonna move over here, and they're going to power on the link. Whoa, look at that! See, you got some text on the side of your screen. Hello. So you can actually put stuff on people's screens now. Look at that, isn't that cool? That's really cool. Hey Ernie, I'm the artist for the game. When the game updates, it'll be revamped. Ooh, you got some new designs and stuff like that coming up, huh? That's great. That is really great. You can use the animate gate to do cool stuff with this. Yeah, that's you can do some, I would imagine so. You can just combine it with all sorts of different stuff here. Let me see. Let's go over to stop game. And yeah, these next ones you're probably gonna have to explain. Ooh, glasses. Chat, I don't know if you can see this, but let me you see the glasses image that's right here, right behind the chat? Yep, there's just a pair of sunglasses there. The only thing that is a little bit off is the fact that it doesn't reset when the game restarts. I think I'm gonna reset in order for this to, or maybe it won't reset. No, it doesn't reset. So, yeah, I think that's the only one that's a little bit of a bug. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, it got a little bugged. Okay, let me see. Maybe I might have to rejoin. Set some stuff up for these other blocks. I don't know what they do. I have no clue what they do. Let me see. Hello, Ray, I'm the designer of Curly Remodel NPC and 3D Modeler. You did a really good job. Like, the word I can describe for the Curly model is super smooth. Like, both animation-wise and physically. It's just really smooth looking. Let me see. If you unanchor a block and you build like a boat on top of water, you'll get a badge called Build a Boat and you get a whole Medora decoration. Really? I never thought about that. Yeah, is there a water block inside this game? Oh, maybe you could change the terrain to water. Let me see. Yeah, you can. Whoa. Oh, there's a whole bunch of different ones here. Yeah, water. And then you can make, yeah, with this, you can actually make boats that float on water. That's crazy. Yeah, you can actually make boats that float on water. Wow. Okay, let me remove this. Yeah, while they're setting up the stuff for the UI blocks, I am going to build a boat, but not necessarily for treasure. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we're gonna put some water right here, and now we gotta build a boat. We gotta build a boat. How's the game gonna know what counts as a boat though? How is it gonna know? How is it going to know? But yeah, having like mini build mode quests like this is also a pretty cool idea. Okay, let me shorten this a little bit. There we go, like that. Perfect. Okay, Now what we gotta do is we gotta get ourselves, yeah, let's just do like classic build a boat and get a single chair. Where is the, oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. We got ourselves a single chair. All right, now what we need to do is we need to go over to the configuration gate. We're gonna go ahead and set it to unanchored. We're gonna connect it to both of these. And we also need to set it for the, where is it at? Where's it at? Where's the sitting block? Oh, there it is. Yep, I found it. So we're gonna do that. Connect it to this as well. And then I'm going to, I'm not gonna animate it though, I'm just gonna have it floating in the water, and I think that'll get it. So we're gonna do this, have that set up. Yeah, there's the Medora. Yeah, that's the decoration. Imagine having that inside of your map. That's cool, that would be cool. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna lower the block a little bit like that. So I should be able to sit down in it, and it should float in the water. Hopefully everything goes right here and it doesn't just go majorly wrong. Okay. All right, so we got that set up and let's try it. Let's give it a try. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go over on this. Whoa. Whoa, what just happened? I'm stuck. I died. I died to a vending machine. Oh, and I'm dead. Okay. I don't know what I ran into, but I died to something. I have no clue. Is that a cutscene? I think I don't know exactly what they set up. I have no clue. I have no clue. That's the badge for the boat. Wait, did they give me the badge? I didn't see anything pop up. Oh no, I'm stuck again. No! Hold on, let me go back. Yep, let me go back. There we go. Now I'm gonna be back in here. Okay, perfect. Perfect stuff. Okay, so now we're over here, and I am going to, I need to move the player spawn so I don't die to whatever happened again. Okay, there we go. So now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hit play. What? No! Oh, okay. Oh, no. Please don't let me die again. Oh, no, I almost had it. No! What was causing me to instantly die? Whoa. Whoa, what is that? It's having like the block rotate around or something? I have no clue. All I want to do is just go here and float on my boat and get the badge for whatever it was. Whoa. It made this visible too for some reason, the actual seat. I don't remember that happening. Well, I guess maybe that means I can just lower this a little bit more. Grid divider 0. And then I can just lower this. Yeah, I'll just do that. There we go. Yep, that works good enough for me. Hopefully it'll actually detect me sitting though. So maybe I'll raise it up by 1. Maybe then it'll work properly. Ernie, you messed up something? I have no idea what I messed up. For it to like become visible now. I have no clue. Okay, let's go ahead and start. And hopefully my camera doesn't get stuck again. Go. Flip the lever. Oh, here. Okay, here we go. Yes, it works. Look at that. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, no, I forgot to weld. I'm like, I think I'm forgetting something here. Ernie, you should not. All right, you shouldn't be able to die this time. Oops, I forgot to weld. Oh no. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Multi-weld. We're gonna put this here, and then we're gonna take this and weld. Okay, now it should work. So now when we hit play, we hit this, and it'll weld it all together. Oh boy, I got the badge. Woohoo! How does it know? I don't know how it knows. Yeah, this is already pretty crazy because you can make your. Oh, okay. Hey, take it easy. Oh my God, chill out. Oh, this. Can I go on my boat underwater? Oh yeah, I can. I can just drive my boat around. Imagine if there was like a propeller. Honestly, if there was like a, honestly, if you could weld stuff, you should be able to have some kind of like, I have an idea for something called a fan, right? And it's basically this it's a fan, and you can attach it, weld it to certain things, right? You can weld it to anything, and when you weld it to something, it will push it, and you can choose the strength at which it pushes, right? So you can put a fan on the back of the boat here, and it'll push it, or it doesn't even have to be on water. You can put a fan on the back of something like this, and it'll push it in a singular direction. And maybe you can use like key binds and stuff like that to enable which fans go on and off. Yeah, I think that could be pretty cool. That could be pretty cool. And push your body on the blocks while crouching. I think this boat's done for anyways. It's already half sank into the ground. There's no fixing it now. What happens if you put the terrain into the water? Like, so many things you can discover with this too, though. Do some crazy stuff. Okay, let me know when this is ready. I don't think welded blocks do too well in the water. I think it was just the issue was it was too flat, maybe. I have no idea. The boat is broken. Yeah, I know. I didn't do too good job with building my first boat, but I did get the badge. I think it's ready, but it's usually only for single player. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's take a look and see. How do I go activate it? Yeah, what is it and how do I go activate it? The boat is tweaking. Oh, you want to see? Yeah, look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Power the lever next to the vending machine. Ouch, I just took damage from eyes. What happened? I don't know what happened. Can I unpower and go back? Oh, okay, I can. Oh, yeah, look at this. So if you ever want to make like gameplay where the camera's locked in place, I'm still moving on the screen. If you ever want to make gameplay where the camera's locked in place, you'll be able to. You can make like, you know, Super Mario Brothers where the camera stays to the side and you move around. Or you can have actual cameras like in Five Nights at Freddy's. So let's just say Freddy's in the hallway right here, and then you can see them actually moving. But you don't physically have to be there. Because right now in build mode, if you want to have Five Nights at Freddy's cameras, everybody has to sit there and cram into one small space. And everybody's avatars just block each other, and it's a mess. But with this, you can actually have it set properly. And then you just hit a certain keybind, and you'll go back to where you go. Want to show me your FNAF map? People said you had an insane FNAF map with all this new technology. I would like to see it. I would like to see it. Players won't notice if their camera's locked? Wait, what do you mean? I definitely noticed it. Oh yeah, do I have the Medora? It's not a map, it's just this quick camera feature, so if your mouse is on the left side, their camera moves to the left side. Oh, that's what you're doing here. I see now. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that is actually pretty cool. You just have, dang, you can do so many crazy things with this. All right, let's try again. Okay, let's see. Let's hit play and see how this goes. All right, so I'm gonna go over here and let's give it a try now. So I should be able to move my camera over on the side if I just put my mouse over there. So let's see. So if I move my mouse to the left, whoa, look at this. You can actually move like a real Five Nights at Freddy's camera. See, look where my mouse is. You move it over this and you move it over that. Over this, over that. This, that, this, that. That is incredible. Oh my god. Oh, my camera got reset for a second. Dude, oh man. Build mode would have an actual renaissance if all this stuff got into the game. Wow. Okay, I think it's time we do the ranking now. I think it's time we do the ranking. Alright, oh, my camera's stuck again. No, I forgot to stop the game. Oh, I gotta rejoin again. Yeah, I gotta rejoin. Okay, let me go back. Yep, let me go back real quick. All right, there we go. Yep, we are back here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our ranking now. Real quick, Curly, can you give me a brief summary of what each of these do? Like just a quick summary, a quick basic summary of what each of these do. I'll make sure I fix the camera block ASAP. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, yeah, I'm having a little trouble understanding the UI blocks. That's the only thing. There are two types of UI blocks, bases and elements. Okay. Bases and elements. The screen, billboard, and surface are bases. So screen, billboard, and surface are bases. Frames, text, image, videos, viewports, etc. are elements. I see. So stuff that you can actually interact with. I would imagine so. So like these. Let me see. Oh yeah, there we go. So you got like the face one right here. If you lay out elements on your base, they will appear proportional to the screen. Oh, I see. So that's what you were doing earlier. You were taking this and like moving it on that side. I see. It would be interesting if you, because it would be interesting if you could like enter a menu. You know when you make the character customizer, right? It'd be interesting if you could make a menu where it would put you onto a screen and then you could drag and drop and resize stuff onto your screen directly. Similar to how I would imagine you can do it in Roblox Studio. I think that would make it even easier for people to understand and really customize stuff out, because they can actually like preview what it'll end up looking like. Yeah, there are some things that are in Studio that work better and are easier for people to understand, and there are some things in Studio that are just much more difficult to understand for most people, like scripting, for example, right? And then that's why instead of scripting we have linking. But I think for this it would be even easier if it just brought up a menu where you can like customize one singular UI block. Because you already did a great job taking a lot of stuff and combining them into one block for a couple of these other blocks. Yeah. Ernie, I think you should give your fans a week or two and make a playing fan build mode concepts game. You'll see some crazy stuff. Chat, should we do that? Should I give you guys like a week or two to build in this game and see what kinds of insane stuff you can make in here? Should you guys, would you guys want me to play your guys' build mode maps from in here for a stream? Let me put a poll in chat. At least for one stream, I'd like to do that. Playing this game's build mode maps for one stream in 1 week from now. All right, go vote on the poll. Go vote, go vote, go vote. It'd be the second Renaissance after Reputation arrival in his editions Piggy. Yeah. I don't that's not far off to say. Yeah, that is not far off to say. Okay, so we have that set up, and oh they're gonna animate something. Yeah, you said you were gonna like animate, right? Let me see. All right, press play. Okay, let's see what we do, and then after this, we're gonna do the final ranking. After this, we will do the final ranking. Okay, so let's go over. Wait, I forgot to add something. Oh yeah, did you forget to add like a lever? Okay, so we got that set up now. Let me see. Oh, the Medora! Yeah, the decoration! Yeah, there it is! Yeah, you can place it down and all that. Okay, I'm not gonna place it down though, because it's too large for me. Too large. Oh yeah. So let's do the ranking now. Let's do the ranking. So, there are some very obvious contenders here for the best ones. Obviously, one of them's the animation gate. I think this one might be number one, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on that one. The player configuration block is also another really incredible one. Advanced touch trigger, being able to detect multiple people at a time, is something that is incredibly helpful. Let me see. POV configuration, click trigger. Video block is another great one. Particle block, transition block. Transition block's another great one as well. Video block. Input trigger. Oh, we definitely need the weld. Yeah, multi-weld. I'm gonna count configuration and multi-weld as the same thing. I am going to count them both as the same thing because they're basically tied together. Chat, what are your votes as well? What are your guys' votes for the best stuff for build mode? Seat trigger is also pretty nice. What else? What else? The health configuration. Where's health configure? There it is. Yeah, health configuration is also really good. I'm just laying them all out here so I can see. And the camera block. If it works like in my suggestion, like how it would exactly work, it would definitely be up here. Let me see. The mesh block is the terrain block or the mesh block? Which one do I want to pick? I'll narrow it down. I'll place down both, but I'll narrow it down. Okay, so we got that there. NPCs, decorations, lights. Man, lights are pretty good too. Item function. Wait, do we ever see this one yet? What does this one do? Colorable key function, spawn specific to item color. Activate, equip, unequip. So you can make your own items? Item color, specific to item, colorable key. Yeah, so you can make your own items. That's cool. That's pretty cool. It's mainly for custom items. You do action with an item and it powers the block. Oh, I see. That one's really strong as well. I'm gonna put this one over here as well. Let me delete these so they don't get in the way. Alongside these as well. Yeah, let me see. What other ones are there that we might have been missing? The UI ones are a little confusing for now. Maybe I'll wait until they get reworked before I order them. But for now, we're just gonna list these. Let me see. Being able to spawn gears is really nicely, but the only, in my opinion, I think the gears should probably just be reworked. Like the items code themselves, and then have them be introduced as like individual new items, similar to how the flashlight is. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I'm not going to include the item spawn block. Other than that, yeah, I think these are the best blocks that are in here. So we're gonna order them right now to the top 5. So first and foremost, super easy, but these two right here are definitely the best. These three right here are definitely the best. So we're gonna hold that one off to the side for a moment. Ones that we may not, let me see, there's so many that are really good. All right, chat, I need your help with voting here. I'm gonna need your help voting here. Is there anything else I missed? Advanced modify gate. Man, advanced if gate. See, I don't even know if I can list this in a top 5 because there are just so many really good ones on here. And power gate too. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. All right, yeah, I'll just do a top 10. I'm gonna do a top 10. Now, for number 1, I have to put all 3 of these because all 3 of these work in tandem with each other. They all work together in one. So I almost have to count them as like one singular thing. So for that reason, I'm putting all 3 of these tied at number 1. Yeah, like I said, only because they functionally have to work that way. For the most part, at least. So I'm putting these 3 at number 1. If there was anything in the game, anything in this game that I would want in build mode, if I were only to choose one, it would be these 3, which is ironic because, you know, 3. But yeah, this is what I would end up choosing as the number 1 spot. So the question goes down now to, what is the number 3 spot? I mean, number 2 spot. What is the thing I would want second most? All right, well, let's lay it down here. You can power on anything in the game, like a power block. That's really strong. You can use this with the, oh yeah, here, these two would have to pair up as well. Yeah, these two would have to pair up as well, because they work in conjunction with each other. You can use this to detect every single person inside of a touch trigger individually. So if you set it to moving, and 3 people inside of their move, they'll die, but everyone else in there will stay alive. Basically, aka red light, green light, Squid Game. You can use this to create your own custom items. You can, then again, I'm gonna delete this one only because if gears exist, and you can kind of sort of, and there's so many gears in the game that you can kind of just find the closest one to whatever you want to, you know, work out for that. The mesh block. I'm not sure when I would use the mesh block. I don't know when I would use the mesh block, but it could definitely be introduced with some really cool stuff. Because then you can put your own custom characters in it too, like SpongeBob, without having to work through the whole NPC thing and all that kind of stuff. So maybe the terrain block is a very strong one, especially since you can explode the terrain, so it actually leaves craters and stuff like that. I'm definitely keeping this one as a contender. This is a contender. This is a contender. This one. And then it'd be cool if you like held down shift and you pulled this, it would pull in multiple groups. Like you can hold shift and grab multiple things at a time. Camera block, if it works how I mentioned it, how I described, it would definitely be up here. This is a really cool concept. This would actually work really, really well with gears. Like really, really well with gears. If they ever get added into the game. Powered seat block. I'm going to leave that one in the back end for now. Actually, I'm just going to remove it. It's very helpful for stuff like this as well. You know what? I almost said the F word. You know what? The heck with it. I'm just going to put this on top. Because this is another thing where it's like, it has to work in conjunction with it. So, oh my god, we have like 4 different things in first place. Because they all literally work together. Like, if that doesn't tell you the good design of this, I don't know what does, because it's synergy. It is synergy. This is definitely a contender. Video block, the only problem with the video block is that I believe you have to be verified to upload videos, and if not, it costs like 2,000 Robux to upload a video. So, you know, there's not going to be too many people who are going to be able to do that. So as much as I would like a video block in the game, yeah. Actually, another idea I have is a decal animator block. So, chat, remember how in my video I talked about animating decals? We have 1 frame play at a time. So you get a whole bunch of frames of animation, and then you have them all play one at a time, but it takes up a bunch of data and a bunch of linking, right? What if you had a decal animator block? It was basically a decal block, but it would have multiple IDs inserted, and you can put as many IDs into it as you want in a drop-down list. And it would animate those going in a row, and you would set the frequency at which each frame plays one after another. So if you wanted to, you can set it to 0.1, and it would play them, you know, yeah, basically that. So if you had something like that, that would be a literal upgrade to decal animations. Plus, I'm sure, like, remember the Minecraft movie chicken jockey scene that I uploaded all as individual decals, right? I'm sure they wouldn't allow you to post that as a video, but if you have it as individual decals, maybe it would work? I'm not sure. Yeah, that whole meme. And then the transition block. So for now, I'm just going to, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these definitely made the list, but I'm gonna have to clear them out for now. But if an update ever released with any of those, I would be pretty thrilled. I would still be really thrilled. Okay, let's take a look and see here. So, the power gate, which can power on and off anything. Incredibly strong. Once you finish ranking, shut down the server and rejoin it. Okay. Okay. So being able to power everything on and off, that's super, super, super useful. But we have been able to live with, without it in build mode for now. So I think the next spot will probably be the number 2 spot is actually we'll go in this in reverse order. This is so difficult. I don't know, like this is so unbelievably difficult. Being able to change everyone's size and speed and everything like that. I'm gonna put this in number 5. It hurts me to say that after all the time I've asked for a growth and shrink block and all that kind of stuff, that I'm gonna have to put this in number 5. But this is literally top 5 for everything in this game, so it's still great. It's still great. The number 4 spot is probably going to be the terrain. I think this would help a lot more players though. Let me see. The docks ladder is tilted. Yeah, you can fix that though. You just set the orientation back to 000. And then boom, you're good. Yeah, you can just do that. The camera block would allow you to do so much. So much. I am probably going to put this at number 4 though. The multi-touch trigger. Technically there is tech in the game that can allow you to detect multiple people at a time. So the tech technically is still there. And for that reason, I think I'm going to move this up 1 spot. But it would be a major improvement to something that's already an issue in the game. Yeah. It'd be interesting if there was something like in Studio where you can just use the select tool to grab and move around stuff instead of having to use the move tool. But maybe that might be too much. Okay. So we have that set up. Number 5, number 4, number 3, I think would be the terrain block. I'm going to put the terrain block right up here. Yeah, terrain block goes crazy. And then number 2... Actually, I don't know. Chat, should I swap number 4, number 3? Because technically, we can already have stuff like grass in the game, right? But you can't grow and shrink players. You can't make them faster. Like, a Sonic the Hedgehog map really isn't possible because you can't move faster, right? But you can still have grass and water inside of build mode. It's still a good addition, though. Yeah, I'm gonna switch them. I'm gonna have this be in the number. I'm gonna have this be in this spot, and then I'm gonna have this be in this spot. Okay. And then I'm going to... Oh, right. We forgot a spot. Okay, we gotta move everything down the ladder here. I guess it's like a top 6. So if it is a top 6, I'm gonna remove this and then have this going down here. Like that. There we go. So now we have it set up. So for our final 2 here, we have the power gate, which powers on and off any block in the game, including decorations and links, which is super dynamic. Or the camera block. This is probably going to surprise you. I think I'm going to put the camera block in 3rd place. I think as much as the gameplay would change with a camera block, and I'm still hoping it comes to the game someday. As much as that would change and create some unbelievable things, I think for most players, and in general for tech-wise and allowing for new things to be possible, having things be powered on and off, including links, is crazy. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the top 3. This is the top 5 best things in the game. In this build mode game. There it is. There it is. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this too, just in case I need it for later. Just in case I need it for later. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to shut down. Alright, I'm going to shut down the server. I'm going to rejoin it because they asked me to do something, so let's take a look and see. At this point, you should make everything linked, including decorations. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I agree. Okay, let's go ahead and shut down my server. There we go. Should be shut down successfully. Now, there we go. Now I'm going to join. I think maybe I was just joining too early last time. Okay, I am in here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Custom animation. Custom animation's out. Oh, is it out now? No way. Oh, right in here. Check your decorations. Oh, wait, my decorations. Let me see. Ooh, look at this. Literally, guys, on stream, look what he just added. He added the ladder from Docs. He literally did it immediately. And now we have fully custom supported ladders in the game. And look at this. Not just that, the wide ladder. So if you want to have it for wider open spaces, look at that. You can climb it. Literally on stream, he literally just immediately added it. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. That is really, really cool. Is custom animation out now? Let me see. Let me go into a scene. Yeah. Text speed, ending delay, awesome stuff. Oh, you just published it? It's a separate subplay stuff. Oh, okay, let me go back. Yeah, custom animations, here it is. Alright, let's see. I'm running a little bit low on time here for today's stream. Maybe I'll do this as a part 2. But let me briefly go through everything real quick. Rig type R6, so you can actually change the rig type. I will keep mine at R6 for now. Let's take a look and see. Woo! This is really clean. Clean and neat. And you can animate the camera, you can animate the, yeah, all sorts of stuff here. You can animate it. Let's take a look and see. We can animate the head. So maybe what will we do? We'll make him wave. All right. Yeah, we'll make him wave. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and I need my defaults here though. I need my default placements here. How can I place down a marker? Do I have to move it? Or do I not have to move it? Yeah, how do I oh there we go. Wait, I almost had it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So I got that. How do I place down a keyframe? I have no idea how to place down a keyframe. I'm only used to using Moon Animator, and even then I'm new. Press 2 or 3 to move something. Oh, so you can press 2 to move it and press 3 to angle it. Okay, there we go. So that added a keyframe, which is great. Is there not like a default way to add a keyframe, or do you have to move it? If there's just like a little plus button that would add a keyframe, that would be nice, because then I could set my defaults. Like my default position. Can I undo? Is there a way for me to like undo? I don't think there's a way for me to undo. Okay, there we go. I think that'll fix it anyways. Okay, so now I want to go to a further point in the timeline, but it won't let me click for some reason. Because I was figuring I could go like at 0.36 and make his arm start to move up. Or maybe I could just drag the keyframes over. No? I can't? I am a little lost. Yeah, I'm a little lost here. Grid divider. Okay, that's cool. Multi-select. Got all kinds of crazy options here. Hold the timeline. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Wait, why did it do it all of a sudden? Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, now I can go here. And then I can do this. Like that. It's gonna be a little wonky. It's gonna be a little wonky, but I'll give it a try. So I'll do that, and then now if I go back over here, you can see, look at the arm goes up. So if I go all the way back over on this side and press play, there's the arm. And then I'll go over to here so I can have the arm be tilted a little bit like this. And then I'll have the arm be over here so it can tilt a little more. Maybe I'll drag the keyframe over a little bit more, but let me see. And then I'll have one more where it angles this way. And then one more where it angles back this way. And then he'll go back over to his default pose. Yeah, if only there's a way for me to, oh, there we go. I can copy the keyframes now. Can I? Oh, I can copy multiple. Very good. So now I can go back to my default pose. All right, so let's see. There it is. Although it seemed to spike back down a little bit too quickly, which is odd. Wait, why did it spike back? Oh. Isn't it supposed to go back to normal instead of just instantly going back? You know what? For maybe it's a bug, but I'll just make my own keyframe. Yeah, I will just make my own keyframe that sets it back down. Yeah, I don't know why just immediately after this frame it goes back to default. Okay, now it works. Yeah, there we go. And then now I can just put this all the way back down like that. And then I can take the move tool and then go back here and then do this. And then boom, I think we're good. So just... Oh, I rotated the wrong way. Wait. Let me delete that. I rotated it the wrong way. Oops. Okay, so it's a visual thing. That's why it did that. Okay. So I need to go, was it back this way or the other way? I assume it's this way. Yeah, I'm tripping. I don't know. I am tripping. No, dude, I'm confusing myself. It was not that way. It was back this other way. So yeah, there we go. We're gonna go here. And then now we gotta animate it going back this other way. Into here. And then we take the move tool, move it out, and then do this. And then now we go and start. No, why is it looping back that way? No, what? Why is it looping back this way? I don't know. Let me go here. And then I'll go back to... And then I'll go back over here. I don't know. Normally it's supposed to... Well, that's good enough. Add keyframes between the last and the one before it. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I guess that would work too. Where's the arm at? There it is. Arm. I think it's gonna go a little crazy here when I try this, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, so it does that. And then now... that's fine. I'm good. That's good enough for now. That's good enough for now. He's just doing a big arm swing. He just goes all the way back around like that. So yeah, I would imagine there's a lot to explore here. This is like, yeah, you can go back here. You can skip to each individual frame with this button, which is really nice. I'm not sure what this does. The reset button, maybe that... Oh, it makes it loopable. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Moon Animator has that too. So you can use that to test your animations and see how they look. Yep, you can do that. And yeah, you got your whole timeline set up here. You can change the timeline length, right? So instead of it just being like 1 second, you can change it to more. Oh, there's it goes all the way over here. Okay. Yeah, you can change it. You can have it be up to 10 seconds. That's pretty cool. So you can do that, and you got that. And then you can also change the camera as well. You can animate the camera. And then you got the grid snapping as well, which is really nice. I actually found it to be really helpful, the fact that it snaps into place like this. Yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that is really cool. And then, alright, so we got our animation. We got that set up. You can name your animation. So we're going to say hello. We're going to finish and save it. Custom animation creator is still in beta. So we have our new animation. We can load in whatever animation we're working on, and boom, there we go. And then I assume in the cutscene creator, we can go and add it in as a cutscene, as you know, its own thing. So we can go back here. Oh, I deleted keyframes. Oops. Maybe if they added an undo button in here, that would also be really cool as well. That would be really cool as well. Let me go back. And maybe I can add it into my cutscene, but I'm not sure. I gotta wrap things up now, though, because I am getting starving. And we have been streaming for like over 3 hours. So I definitely want to revisit this at some point, really soon. But yeah, this is unbelievable. Like, incredible work here. They have everything in place, and they were definitely not afraid to go deeper into you know, creating some more complex stuff. Because it goes to show, right? Look how crazy build mode can end up becoming. Look how excited people are for this kind of stuff, you know? I think the most impressive thing, though, is the fact that I was able to make, like, the welding, and then having it where I can animate any object inside of build mode, and then having it where I can create my own custom vehicles and stuff like that. That kind of synergy where you can have, like, so many different possibilities is... Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what else they come up with. And yeah,